In this video, I will discuss selection sort and its visualization in the JHAVE system. I'm on JHAVE's hypertextbook for the selection sort algorithm. Many of the algorithms in JHAVE have a corresponding hypertextbook. These hypertextbooks explain the algorithm to a student so they have some knowledge of the algorithm before using the visualization. Additionally, the hypertextbook explains any conventions of the visualization that the student should know. I will now look at the JHAVE visualization of selection sort. First, I go to jhave.org and click on the button to start the visualizer. Once JHAVE opens, I click on Connect and select Selection Sort in the drop-down menu, and then click Visualize. The windows that opens allow us to enter our own data, or we can choose random. On the left, we have a set of bars and a list. These represent the elements of the array that are to be sorted based on smallest to largest. On the right is a pseudocode version of the selection sort algorithm and the values of the variables in the pseudocode. We can click forward and backward in the JHAVE system. Notice that a line is highlighted when we move forward. This is the line that is currently being executed. Notice that the first bar is colored green. This is the element that is currently represented by min index and is the smallest element that has been seen so far on this pass through the array. Notice now the second element is blue. This is the element that is being compared to min index to see if it is the smallest element in the array. In this case it is, so line 5 is executed, and min index is 1. Occasionally questions come up which are randomly generated by the JHAVE system. In this case, it asks, the index of the minimum element in the unsorted part of the array is, and asks students to fill in a blank. In this case, the answer should be 1, but instead we'll put in 3 to see what happens when we input an incorrect answer. We click Check Answer, and it tells us that it's wrong. Now we'll click 1, press Check Answer, and it tells us it's correct. One feature of the JHAVE system is professors can set up a visualization in quiz mode, in which students are required to do the questions, and the number of correct and incorrect answers for each student are sent to the professor to be used for grading. We get to the end of the array, and we now run line 6, which tells us we should swap the first element, I, with min index, which is 1. We click forward, and that's been done. Notice that the first element is colored red. This indicates that we will no longer consider it on the next pass through the array, which is what is actually done in selection sort. We click forward. Another question comes up. Notice that it is not fill in the blank and instead is a multiple choice question. There are multiple types of questions which may come up for a student, and they are randomly generated. In this case, the answer is 1 and 3. We check and it is correct. We can turn off questions by going to Options and then Show Questions. However, if the algorithm visualization is in quiz mode, questions cannot be turned off. The array has been sorted and the algorithm has finished.